Good morning, friends. So, in the yesterday's lecture, we have seen if suppose you are having a curve beta with the curvature k greater than 0, then we can say that beta is a plane curve, and if and only if torsion is 0. Now, let us see one more theorem like this. So, we have one theorem: if beta is a unit speed curve and curvature k greater than 0 and torsion is 0, then prove that. What is given? Beta is a unit speed curve, that is norm of b dash is equals to 1. Okay. And what is the next thing provided to us? Curvature k is a greater than 0. Curvature k is a greater than 0. And given that a torsion tau is equal to 0, then prove that. And tau is 0. And we have to prove that. What we have to prove that? A beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Beta, that is our given curve beta, is a part of a circle with radius. What is the radius given to us? 1 upon k. Okay, in the last lectures we have seen the one example how to solve the how to find out the Freinet apparatus. In that I have told you that we have to solve an example that is an equation of a circle. In that I hope you remember that we have got a curvature k is nothing but reciprocal of a radius 1 upon k. So what will be a radius? It will be reciprocal of a curvature. Okay, those who remember, those who have solved the example of a alpha of t is equal to a cos t a sin t, we have to find out the Freinet apparatus. In that I have given you that how to find out the curvature, and curvature we have found in that example is it is reciprocal of a radius. So here we have to show that beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Both are reciprocals of one another. That is curvature. If curvature is more, radius is smaller. If radius is smaller, curvature is more. Okay, so as the radius is smaller, the more is a bending. If radius is larger, there is less bending. Correct? Okay. So now we have to prove this. To prove that beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. To prove this, we will construct our function in such a way that we will reach to our result. Let us assume that we have one function zeta is equals to beta minus 1 upon beta plus 1 upon k into n. Okay. So we will have one function that is we have to prove that beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Now we will consider one function gamma in such a way that which is beta plus 1 upon k into n. Now if you see here, if we are going to prove gamma is equal to some constant c. So this c minus b will be equal to 1 upon k. If you take a norm on both sides, norm of n will be equal to 1. So this will be a very easy function to prove our result. Okay. Now one may have a question why we have to take n. We can take any function like t, b, right? T and b. Out of all those t and b, we can take any one of this. Okay. Later on, I will, after the proof, I will show why it is not possible to take that. Okay. So first we will prove this result. Okay. Okay, what we have to do now, we have to differentiate with respect to s. So what will be differentiation? Gamma dash is equals to beta dash plus curvature k is a constant. So n dash. Okay, I think everyone know about the formula for n dash. Okay. In the last lecture, I have given you what is the formula for n dash. So what is a b dash? It is nothing but t plus 1 upon k. What is the formula for n dash? Tau b minus k times t. Okay. Now let me write down this formula. So gamma dash is equals to t plus 1 upon k tau into b minus k get cancelled. What I remains is this k get cancelled. B remains with simply t. So this plus t minus t will get cancelled. So what I remains is gamma dash is equals to tau b upon k. Correct? Right. Now what is given to us? tangent O is equal to 0 is given in our statement, right? So if tangent O is equal to 0 we are given, so what will be the expression gamma dash? If tau is 0, obviously this gamma dash will be equal to 0. So what is the meaning of gamma dash equal to 0? It means that gamma is a one constant. That constant I can name it as some c. Now let us go to our equation. What was our equation? Gamma is equals to, now we have got it at c. So what was the construction of equation we have obtained? Beta plus 1 upon k into n. This was our assumption. Okay, so instead of gamma, now we can write c is equals to beta plus 1 upon k into n. Okay, right? Now, what we have to do, this will be c minus beta. If I take a norm on both sides, what I get 1 upon k into n. Norm on both sides means, so it will be c minus beta. By the property of a norm, if k is a scalar, I can take it mod of 1 upon mod of k. So what is the norm of n? You already know that t and k forms a frame field. What is the meaning of frame field? They are mutually orthogonal unit vectors. So what should be the norm of n? It should be equal to 1. So what I get, c minus beta is equals to 1 upon k. So this will be just like an equation of a circle, right? Beta is our curve and it has a constant distance 1 upon k from c, right? Just like our circle, no? What is this equation of a circle? X minus a bracket square plus y minus b bracket square is equals to r square. Correct? So if I want to write down this equation of a circle, and what is an equation of a circle? It has a fixed distance from any point on the curve beta. Okay, for any point curve on the curve, if you take, it has a fixed distance from the center. So this proves that norm of c minus beta is equals to 1 upon k. It means that beta is always a constant. Beta is always at a constant distance 1 upon k from a fixed point c. Okay, that your curve beta is always at a constant distance 1 upon k from the fixed point C in a R3 space, which means that beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Okay, as it is no need to take a modulus because we are provided that k is a greater than 0. So hence we can say that beta is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Okay, now let us go back. What we have assumed, beta plus 1 upon k into n. Now instead of having n, I have told you that we can take whether t or b. Now if suppose I have taken t instead of n, if I have taken t, now we have to check also what will happen if we take a b. So what will be gamma dash? It is beta dash will be t plus 1 upon k as it is. Derivative of t will be t dash. Now what will be t dash? K into n. This k get cancelled. So what will be the norm on both sides? Norm of gamma dash is equals to norm of t plus norm of n, which will be norm of t plus norm of n. That is norm of t is 1, norm of n is 1. So it norm of gamma dash will be equal to 2, which will be not useful for us. What we want, gamma dash should be equal to 1. That we need. Okay. Now instead of taking n, now let me take a b. What will happen if I take a b? Binormal vector. Gamma dash is equals to beta dash plus 1 upon k. What is the derivative of b binormal? B dash. So this will be t plus 1 upon k. What is a b dash? Minus tau n. Okay. So we get it as, now if I take a norm on both sides, what I get, if tau is 0, this term will be 0. So what I get, gamma dash is equals to t, which will be not worthwhile because we want the gamma dash should be equal to some constant, so that we can prove that we have a curve beta which is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Is a part of a circle with radius 1 upon k. Okay. Now let us go for the next one. Up to now we have seen that a gradient apparatus for a unit speed curve. Now if suppose you are not having a unit speed and you no want to convert it to a unit speed, if suppose it is not possible to convert it to a unit speed, so how we are going to obtain the Freinet apparatus? For that we will have a Freinet apparatus for a arbitrary speed curve. Okay, for this example, sorry, this theorem will be very important for for if you are having a question of 7 mark theory questions. Okay, so what we have to prove, beta is a not a unit speed curve. If it is an arbitrary speed curve, what should be the formulas for a Freinet apparatus? Okay. So actually there are formulas. I will not write down those formula. We will start directly. What we have, alpha is a regular curve. Instead of having a unit speed curve, we are provided that alpha is a regular curve. What is the meaning of regular curve? Okay, norm of alpha dash, if it is greater equal by 0 always, if it is norm of alpha dash is not equal to 0, for all t belongs to I, it means that it is a regular curve. So we are provided simply that norm of alpha dash is greater equal by 0, or we can say norm of alpha dash is not equal to 0 for all t belongs to interval I. Okay, now it is not a unit speed curve. So let us have a reparameterization beta by an arc length. Beta, how you write beta is nothing but alpha of h. Now what is this h? H is nothing but I hope you have remember we have found we first calculate s and then the integration of this, we after finding we get the relation between s and t. Okay, so this h is nothing but the relation between some s and t. So now we will write down the curve alpha of t. How you write curve alpha of t? If you want to find out the reparameterization, instead of t आपका जो भी t और s में रिलेशन मिलता है वो t आपको बीटा t is equal to in terms of s, after putting you get the equation beta which is in terms of s. Now what is the relation between s and t? So that's why in general we are writing beta of s of t. Okay, so now let us differentiate now. Whatever the expression we have obtained in our unit speed curve, where we are using a dash expression, as because we are having an arc length, so to differentiate with respect to arc length we are using a dash notation. Now if you want to differentiate with respect to t, we will use a notation alpha dot. Okay, so now while differentiating this, let me write down d alpha by dt. Okay, d alpha by dt will be, as it is a chain rule, so we can write d beta by ds and ds by dt. So let me denote it by dot. Alpha dot is equals to beta dash. Why it is as? Because we are going to differentiate with respect to s. Derivative of s with respect to t, it will be simply s dot. Okay. Now after this, now if you remember what is the value for beta dash is nothing but your tangent t into s dot. Now those who remember, while finding a unit speed reparameterization, what was the value of s? We have found s is nothing but integration of a velocity. Okay, so what will be value of s dot? Okay, s dot will be simply v, integration derivative will get cancelled. So what I can write about this alpha dot, I can write it as t into, what will be the value of s dot will be a velocity. Okay, so now what will be t is equals to alpha dot upon v. Okay, what is the velocity we have obtained? Those who remember, velocity we have written as norm of alpha dot is nothing but velocity. So norm of alpha dot I can write. So hence we get expression for t. T is nothing but alpha dot upon norm of alpha dot. It is very easy to calculate. Just a given curve alpha, no need to check whether it is a unit speed. Simply you have to check whether it is a regular curve. If how to check a regular curve, you have to find out alpha dot and norm of alpha dot should not be equal to 0 for all t belongs to your interval I. If it is possible, then you can go for a arbitrary speed curve formula. Okay, so what we have obtained a velocity, we know the formula for velocity is norm of alpha dot. So hence we have obtained the formula for t is alpha dot upon norm of alpha. Okay. Now we will differentiate our equation alpha dot is equal to t into s dot. This equation we will differentiate once again so that we can have alpha double dot. Okay. So what will be alpha double dot? It will be t dot s dot plus t as it is derivative of s, that is s double dot. Okay. Now let me write down the expression for t dot. What will be the expression for t dot? What is a t dot? It is nothing but dt by t. Okay. So what will be dt by t? For that we will write down with this by using our arc length, dt by ds and ds by dt. Okay. So with the help of this, I can write t with respect to s will be t dash, as we have a formula for t dash. What will be s with respect to t will be s dot. So what is the formula for t dash? It is k into n into s dot. Okay. So all these we have to put, or instead you can write t dot is equals to t dash into s dot, or you can write as it is. Okay, so let me write down the formula for after putting all those. T dot is equals to k into n s dot, and here is also s dot, so this will be s dot square plus t into s double. Right? So this we have obtained alpha double dot. Now we have to obtain the what is the alpha dot into alpha double dot. Okay, what will be the alpha dot into alpha double dot? So what will be the cross product of this? I will write down what is alpha dot is t into s dot. We have obtained alpha dot is t into s dot. So cross product with whatever the obtained result, k into n into s dot square plus t into s double dot. Right? Now here what will be the cross product of t with n? Because all this will we have to take outside. So this s dot we have to take outside. So it will be as if these are the constant term s dot cube. And what will be the t cross n? Those who remember, I have told you that this is a circular t and b. T cross n will be b. Okay, n cross b will be t. So what will be t cross n? It will be b plus what will be t cross t? As you remember, because in the cross product t cross t will be equal to 0, because cross product generally shows that it will be area of parallelogram from 2D. For 3D it will be volume of a parallelogram. So what will be t cross t for the cross product? It will be equal to 0. Right? So what we have obtained the expression alpha dot cross product with alpha double dot, we have obtained it is as k s dot cube into b. Okay, b is a binormal. Now if I take a norm on both sides, what I get? Alpha dot into alpha double dot. Norm of this will be, as k is a scalar, so it will be as it is mod of k, so it is s dot cube. So what is the norm of beta? It will be equal to 1. Okay, norm of beta will be equal to 1. Why it is a TNB forms a frame field. So okay, we are getting it as what we have obtained expression for s dot. S dot is nothing but your velocity. What is the expression for velocity? Your s dot is nothing but velocity. What is a velocity? Velocity will be just like a norm of alpha dot. So hence, after taking a norm on both sides, we get this expression. So hence, finally I can write k is equals to norm of alpha dot cross alpha double dot divided by s dot cube. Now this s dot cube I can write it as norm of alpha dot, it's a cube. Okay. So if it is arbitrary speed curve, firstly we have obtained the formula for t is equals to alpha dot upon norm of alpha dot. Okay. You have to do very simple thing. Whatever the given curve alpha, first you have to differentiate with respect to t. After differentiating, find the norm. Then you get the t. After that, you have to find out alpha double dot. Take the cross product. How to find out the cross product? I have told you it is u1, u2, u3. In the first row, second row is the coordinates of alpha dot. Third row is the coordinate of alpha double dot, and just after taking a norm you will get the result for curvature K. So now we have obtained the two formulas. Okay. So now what will be the expression for B? Just now we have obtained what is an expression. We have obtained alpha dot cross alpha double dot. We have obtained it is as A K into S dot cube into B. Now if I write down the formula for K here, whatever the formula we have obtained, so what I get, B is equals to alpha dot cross alpha double dot divided by K into S dot cube. What is the formula for K we have obtained? Norm of alpha dot cross alpha double dot norm of alpha dot cross alpha double dot divided by norm of alpha dot cube divided by S dot cube. So these two will get cancelled because both are same. S dot is nothing but velocity. Velocity is nothing but norm of alpha dot. So hence we get the expression for B is equals to alpha dot cross alpha double dot divided by norm of the same quantity. Okay. No need to do any extra things to find out the binormal vector. Simply you have to find out alpha dot alpha double dot, take the norm on both sides, and then you will get the expression for a binormal vector. And if you see carefully, what will be the norm of beta? If both the expressions in the denominator and numerator are same, what will be the norm of this? Will be equal to 1. So we have obtained the three formulas for a arbitrary speed curve. What we obtained? Tangent, curvature and binormal. Okay. So now let me go for the next one. Now we know that TNB forms a frame field. Now differentiate our equation alpha double dot again with respect to T. Once again, what is the expression for alpha double dot we have obtained is S double dot T S dot square S double dot T plus S dot square into K into M. Okay, now let me write down alpha triple dot. We have to differentiate 3 times. So what will be the expression? This S double dot T dot S T dot plus T as it is derivative of S double dot S triple dot. So we will get curvature K as it is. So what will be this S dot square N dot plus N as it is 2S dot into S double dot. Correct? 2S dot into okay, let me differentiate. So we have obtained this expression alpha triple dot, right? Now what we have to do, we have to perform a alpha triple dot dot product with alpha dot cross alpha double dot. Okay, this is alpha triple dot. Okay, we have to perform. Okay, first let me write down what is the expression for alpha dot cross alpha double dot. What is the expression for this? We have obtained this is K S dot cube into B. Now we have to obtain the dot product of this with this. Okay, so that we will get some other formulas. Okay, so let me perform the just I will do here only. Just we have to multiply Ks dot cube with each and every term. Now if you see here is a T dot. T dot we have obtained, it is nothing but we have obtained the formula for T dot is Kn S dot. Correct? So let me write down, instead of T dot I can write it as Kns dot. Correct? Now here also we have to write down the formula for N dot. That I will show you later on. First we will write down the formula for N dot. Let me write down the formula for N dot we have obtained is tau b minus kt into s dot. Okay, tau b minus kt into s dot. So this s dot will be s dot cube. Okay, now let me perform this. B dot product with n. B dot n all are mutually orthogonal. So what will be this? The product of these two will be 0. B dot t with this will also 0. So here B dot d will be 1. So we will remain with only one expression. So these three into this. Okay, again B dot t will be 0, B dot n will be 0. So what is the dot product of this two? Alpha triple dot product with alpha dot cross alpha double dot. So we are remaining with only one expression, that is ks dot cube, and here it is ks dot cube. It's a square. So I can write into tau, and norm of b dot b will be equal to 1. Okay. So what I obtained the expression to this ks dot cube, I can write it as square. So this is also ks dot cube, here also ks dot cube. I will write them directly as a square. So we have obtained the formula for tau is equal to, what is the formula for tau? Alpha triple dot product with alpha dot cross alpha double dot divided by k s dot cube. This s dot cube I can write also as a norm of alpha dot cube. Okay. To find out tau, what we have to do? We have to find out alpha dot, alpha double dot, the cross product, and the dot product with this. And this already you have while finding the t, and k also expression you have. So this will be a torsion tau. Okay. Here also you can write down the expression for k, and hence you can get the result. Okay. Now I will ask you, what is a dot b cross c is equals to b dot c cross a is equals to a dot b cross c. Whether all these are same. If all these are same, then what should be the expression for this in terms of alpha dot, alpha double dot, alpha triple dot? You have to tell me this, and you have to tell me what is this property. I will give you a hint. This will be box product, and these are properties of box product, and you have to tell me how this property will be proved. And if you know this, you can write the expression for these alpha dot, alpha double dot, and alpha triple dot, and hence the reason. Okay, this is what we have obtained the formulas for the arbitrary speed curve. Okay, thank you. In the next lecture, we will go with some examples for arbitrary speed curve.